Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany and this is my channel all about cross stitch. Please like and subscribe down below. That'll help me with the algorithm of YouTube and get this channel out to more people that also like this kind of content. This is the update for the month of January, being today is February 1st. January is officially over. We have tons of stuff to go through and I forget how many things I worked on. But I am doing the temperature stitching, which I'm using the single digit number, the ones column number. I think that's how I'm going to explain it. For my temperatures of 0 through 9, because our temperatures, like, I guess we fluctuated quite a bit this month because we've been down in the negatives, like negative 25 degrees in Fahrenheit. So, but I've worked on all 10 of those projects this month because all those numbers were called. We've got a little bit of haul. We've got one finish. I have one project that I had to rip out a crap ton of stitches, and then I refused to put it down until I got it back to the same spot I was before. And what, I think 4 new starts. 4 new starts. So let's get into it. So we'll do like usual. I'll go through my whips, and then I wouldn't call it haul because I didn't buy it. It was all gifts that were given to me from family this month. And then we'll do life update because my plans are always the same every month. Well, except for I guess this year because I'm doing the temperature stitching. So that way I can work on projects that I have a harder time working on. Not that I don't like working on them. It just... Fancy ladies kind of rule my world. So I really enjoy stitching on those guys. But like my full coverages and if it's not a fancy lady, it doesn't get stitched on as much. So I threw in other projects, and all my temperature stitching is everything that I don't stitch regularly. So those are pretty much my plans for the rest of the year, is do the temperature stitching to get more stitches on things that I don't stitch on regularly, and the rest of the whips will be my fancy ladies like crazy. But let's get into this. And I guess we'll go with, I need to flip the book. This is what my month of January looks like. There is stuff and notes everywhere because my brain will not remember everything. So there are notes all over the place, and just so I can remember the things to tell you guys. But we will start with the temperature stitching. And let me see, that's temperature stitching. I don't know why I brought that up because that's on school frame. I'm just going to throw that over there on the floor. Oh, and we're also back in my bedroom because it is a Saturday and everybody is home except for Damon. Damon is at work. That is not temperature stitching. That is not temperature stitching. So I am doing it up here because everybody is everywhere. This is the most quiet room that I can think of to film stuff in, where you won't hear all the noise from everybody else. You might hear it a little bit, but it's not as bad as if we were downstairs in my living room. But I prefer to film in there because it's a lot brighter in here, and I think this is my ugly room. Anyways, so let's get into the stitching because we're in here by like 3 minutes and I haven't showed you anything. So I need this page. Oh, I don't know if I've ever showed you, but like it goes in this particular book, because you have like a notes page, and then the next page is like the whole entire month. And on these note pages, this is where I write all my whips down, and then like how many stitches I've done in the month, the total for the year that I've done, This is their start date, what fabric they're on, and all my projects that I've done for the year. But anyways, all right, so this is Mini Victorian Garden. This is by Dominic Davison, is the artist, charted by Hade. This is stitched on, where are you? 25 count, 1/1 full cross. And I got 310 stitches on this bugger this month. I can't remember how many times it was called or anything, but that is Mini Victor. Ooh, now I'm getting the hiccups. Mini Victorian Garden. This month, I've just been working in this section here and just filling in a bunch. But I also forgot to say, here's what it'll look like when it's finished. And this is where you guys saw it the last time, which would have been in my whip parade. But that is that one. Co-host is here. She's just down there at the edge of the bed, sleeping. Because that's what she does. She's well, she's got a bit of an ear infection right now, so she's not exactly in a great mood. Okay, the next one is, where are you at on here? Pavillon for These Times. This is by Long Dog Sampler. It is stitched on 25 count, 1/1 full cross, and I use these threads. It's from Painter's Collection 109 Picasso. That's what I stitch it with, and this is what it'll look like when it is finished. And this is where it was the last time you guys saw it. And here it is now. I believe I just finished all of this. I think it was like half finished. So I finished that whole and then started going the whole way over here. And then I got 335 stitches on this one. I mean, geez, this one was started in July. It was started July 10th of 2022. Like, it's been almost 3 years. And I should have, this should have been done, but fancy ladies had, at that point, sucked me in and was gone. I was a goner. This one is Pinup Girls by Soda Stitch. I started it August 16th of 2024. It is stitched on 32 count, 2/2. And here's what it'll look like when it's finished. And here it was the last time you guys saw it. Something is on there. And here it is now. We're getting over there, and that second girl, getting her put in. It actually looks like something now instead of a blob like before. And this one I put 375 stitches in. So she's coming along. And this one. I'm going to have to pull out this card because I don't remember everything for this one. This one is Pokemon Generation 2. It is charted by Boris Designing, so you can find that on Etsy. It's stitched on 28 count Monaco. Stitched, I mean, oh my god, look how many flosses are this. This is insane. There's so many. But it is stitched 1/1 full cross. And I started this one July 25th of 2022. I think I did say that I stitched it on 28 count. And here's what it'll look like when it's finished. And here is where you guys saw it last time. I'm going to sneeze. And here it is now. I just stitched in another line of, well, I guess I've got about a little over halfway of the outline for these few Pokemon. So we're getting somewhere slowly but surely. Look at that little elephant needle minder. Isn't he cute? Hold on. Look at him. Isn't he cute? I should go out and get a Pokemon needle minder for this one. I should. So that is that one, and it got 320 stitches. And next one. This is a Dimensions kit. This is Indian Peacock. Stitched on 14 count natural Aida. Do we have the artwork by Suzanne Nicole, or Nicole, however you say that. So this is what it'll look like when it's finished. And this is where you guys saw it last time. And this is where it is now. Now, I started this one on August 22nd of 2024. And it got 684 stitches this month. So this one was kind of popular this month. I think there's two more. Yeah, two more that were more popular for temperatures this month. But I was just working down in here, filling all this in. So we will get there. That is that one. This one was the most popular this month. And I even had to do some back stitching that took me all of one day to do most of the back stitching in this. This one is also a Dimensions kit. It is stitched on 14 count navy blue Aida. Design is by Colin Bogle. I think that's how you say it. Sorry for all the crinkling. And I started this one December 12th of 2021. And this is what it'll look like when it is finished. And this is where it is. This is where it was the last time you saw it. Lord have mercy today. And this is where it is now. This one got 1,056 stitches. So it got quite a few. I had to do French knots, and so everything, just this quarter of it has to be finished. So I'm hoping I can finish it this year, but I think I will be able to. We will see. Where did I put that at? Did I close it? No, I just laid it over here and lost it. But that is that one. Okay, this one got the second most stitches in it. This one is a Realist kit. It is stitched on, I believe it's 14 count Aida. And it doesn't tell me who the artist is. I started this one July 1st of 2024. And it's stitched on 14 count. And it has all different kinds of stitches in it, just like a Dimensions kit. And it's stitched with, what is it, those acrylic threads. But this one is called Yorkshire Terrier. And this is what it'll look like when it's finished. And this is where you guys saw it last time. And this is where it is now. And why am I holding everything? Is it me, or is the camera cockeyed? It might be that the camera is cockeyed, because Cam, oh, that's a little too much, I think. Let me see. Yep, that's better. Cam laid down next to it, so she kind of sunk the bed down a little bit in that spot. But here it is now, and I got 820 stitches in this one. The face is almost completely done, and I can't wait, because if you haven't noticed, I have two Yorkies, and, well, we have two full-blooded Yorkies, and then we adopted Dexter, and he is a miniature poodle Chihuahua mix, and he looks like a little wee tiny teddy bear, but he is 14 years old. So he's a pretty old guy. But he just needed a home. So we just love him. But yeah. I love Yorkies. And I am letting both Theo and Cam fully grow out. But that also means I have to brush them incessantly. And that is a pain in the butt. But that is that one. I have so many projects all over the place. Okay. This one is done by the Clouds Factory, but I'm doing it differently. I call it my Disney Sow, but on their website, I believe it's the Epic Princess Sow, if you want to buy it. So it's the Clouds Factory. I believe it's .com, not .net. And I don't have my tablet up here to look it up either. But I can't really show you a finished photo of it because there isn't one, because I'm doing this. I've charted. I'm now down to only, at the beginning of the year, I think I had 5 I had to chart. I'm now down to 1 last set of characters, which is the Jungle Book, that I need to chart. Everything else, Bambi, Finding Nemo. Hold on, let me look. The Fox and the Hound I have charted. The Lion King I have charted. Finding Nemo I have charted. 101 Dalmatians I have charted. Peter Pan I have charted. Bambi I have charted. Lady and the Tramp I have charted. The Aristocrats I have charted. And Tarzan I have charted. So, just the Jungle Book left to chart. And I have a pretty good idea of which ones I'm going to chart. Like, I would like to have, what is it? Shere Khan is the tiger. I want to do Baloo. Why can't I remember what the panther's name is? And the snake, I want to do Mowgli. And one of the monkeys. It's not a monkey. What is it? An orangutan? I think it's an orangutan. But the monkey there. All in that. But here it fully is. I can't see through it, so I don't know how well you guys are able to see all this. But maybe if I can't really see, but I was working on, which one was I working on? I was working on looks like Dumbo. So I was working on Dumbo here, and I put in only 143 stitches. 143 stitches, because that's all the longer. It only got called once. So I really, really, really want this one finished this year. So I might start making it like a, like every month, pull this out. Because usually, like in a month, I can get, one of these finished, or if not most of one. So I might do that, but like all those need stitched. There's one down there that's Tarzan needs stitched. Like there's so many in here I need to stitch. And then like I know with the border there's supposed to be like things that shoot out this way, but I think I'm only going to do the outside edge ones, and I think I just need to do that on this side because both the top and bottom are finished. So I might do that and get it. Ooh, I chucked Stitch. Put him back on there. But yeah, it's got a little Stitch needle minder. I didn't do Lilo and Stitch because it's not really my favorite, but it's my best friend's favorite. But I don't think I did it because I didn't have enough favorite movies from everybody to add another whole row of movies. And it was this is already humongous enough. So that is what I call my epic Disney stitch. And I started this, where is it? October 22nd of 2022. So So that is that one. Oh my, I'm going to have a huge pile of stuff. And then we have these two. Okay. All right, this is it the Cross Stitch Studio? I will have it linked down below because my brain just went boop, and threw it out of my brain. But this is Pledge of Allegiance, and it is stitched on 28 count, stitched 2 over 2, and this is what it'll look like when it's finished. And this is where you guys saw it the last time. And this is how far I got this month. And I put in 440 stitches, so I was just filling in. I want to see if I can get this all equal here and then just start filling the whole way over, because I don't like to park threads, and I'm more of a cross-country stitcher, so I just want to get park threads stitched in so that way I can get it out of my way. All right, so the next one that we did for temperature stitching is Fairy Tale Village, and this is a kit by Arborist Arts. I have it stitched on 25 count and stitched 1 over 1 full cross. Pledge of Allegiance is also stitched 1 over 1 full cross. And the Disney Sow is stitched on 18 count, stitched 2 over 2. I don't think I forgot anything else. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. This is where you guys saw it last time, and here it is now. Now this one I only got 185 stitches on, so it was probably only called one day this month. And it was somewhere, I think I was filling it in down in here, if I remember right. This one I started July 25th of 2022. So hopefully we get more progress on this, because I really love this. I love Victorian homes. I love the Victorian era in the sense of like the clothing and the way that they decorated their homes. I wouldn't say I decorate my home like them, because like they did in the Victorian ages, because I feel like there's just too much stuff. But I love, like, here in Pennsylvania we have Linwood Hall, and it's a Gilded Age mansion. It's one of the largest in the United States. It was owned by a man who I think he helped build the Titanic, and I believe it was his son that ended up dying on the Titanic. If you look it up on YouTube, if you look up Linwood Hall, you will see videos of it, and it's really sad that how the state that it's in some of the rooms, and they've been working to restore it. And I've told all my kids, I don't care if I am 100 years old, if that place gets fully restored, you guys will drive my butt down there and you will let me see it. So that is, like, go look up Linwood Hall. Like, it is amazing. Just the architecture that they had. I just think it's insane. But anyways, so that is all of my temperature stitching. The rest of this is everything else that I've stitched on this month. What do we want to start with? We'll start with this one first. This is the Bella Filipina Blackwater Siren Sow. Blackwater Siren Sow? Where are you? Over there. Blackwater Siren Sow. Yeah. And we are now 5 parts out, and what, I think we have 4 more? I think it's 4 more to go. And this is where it is. It is stitched on 32 count, and it was started October 31st of 2024. And I know my margins are a little tight. I think I've got like 2 inches of margin. Usually I like to do 3, but you know, it is what it is. I love this piece. I should have warned people, but there are breasts exposed, and I've got asked questions about this by some of my more conservative friends. Like, how am I going to explain this to, say, like, Vincent if he asked? And I was like, I'm just going to tell him what it is. And they had said to me, but isn't that inappropriate? And I was like, well, it's a body part, so I don't really think anything of it. And I nursed my children, and when Lydia was born, my son Anthony was 16, Damon was 9, and Abigail was 5. And it was never an issue. Nobody said anything. Nobody, it's not like my 16-year-old son at that point in time, who I'm not his biological mother, but he is mine. I've raised him and stuff. Was uncomfortable with it. He would walk in the room and be like, hey mom, I gotta go to work. I'm done at this time. Can you have dad come down and pick me up whenever I'm done? Or, you know, I have chess club, or, you know, whatever. And it was never a big deal in our house. And we just don't make it a big deal in our house. Like, these are body parts. I mean, no, you don't walk around the house with like your shirt off and everything else. And even the boys are included in that. You know, like, you don't walk around in your house in your underwear or things like that. We don't do that in our home. But if somebody else does, who cares? You know, it's their house. They can do whatever they want. But in our family, it's not a big deal. But some people are a lot more conservative, and Drin had recharted that part so that way, you know, it doesn't have to be that way. So that way, if you don't like that, it's okay. But they were pretty comfortable after I said, you know, like, it's never been an issue in my house. So, all right. Do we do a new start? I've already stitched this once. However, when my sister Nicole came home from Germany, oh, I have a bead pack that opened up in here. This is why I usually don't store my bead packs in here. But I'm just not... I gotta go in here and clean all this up once I'm done with all this. But my sister Nicole came home from Germany. That's where she lives. And she saw my peacock hanging on the wall. And she loved it. But the color of my peacock hanging on my wall wouldn't match her decor at her house. But she loved it, and she wanted to know if I could stitch her one. And she has more green tones in her house. So I had her send me a bunch of photos and stuff of the different shades of green, because it's not just all one shade of green in her house, in her living room. It's a couple different shades. And so I'm going to be stitching one for our mother, another one for me, because I want to stick it somewhere else, like in my bedroom here, and then one for each one of my sisters, and one for my best friend. So that way all of us have the Mirabilia peacock that you can get it for free. It's a free chart. So you just go to the Mirabilia website, go down the hamburger menu, click on free charts, and I think it's the first one there, if I remember right. But it is peacock, and so I've got, I dyed, was it 5 different fabrics? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, if I can count today. So I dyed this fabric here. This will be, well, why is it showing up blue? It's not blue. It is a green shade, but not, it's like a teal. teal that leans more on the green side. Maybe if I fold it. That's a little better, but it's still like showing off blue. What if I do this? If we, well, I guess it's just going to show off blue. But this one here will be for my best friend. Her favorite color is teal. This one here is for my sister Christy. It's a purple color. Whenever I start hers. This one here is yellow for me, for in my bedroom. See, like, it's not an exact match for my yellow, but that's okay. They're not going to be sitting next to each other. You're not going to notice. This is a, see, this looks gray. That looks gray instead of, like, this is a deep, like, mossy, olivey green. And that is for my sister Nicole in Germany. And then this one is for, I got Christy, Charlie, mine, Nicole's, and then this is for my best friend Coral. This is the one I started, and here's what it'll look like when it is finished. And here is where I got. So it is on a very deep blue shade to match her living room area. And I started this one January 13th of this year, and I got 1,055 stitches on it. And I believe all of these are on 32 count. They will all be on 32 count. So that's how far I got. Like a quarter of it on that one. She's just over there sawing logs. Don't fall off the bed there. That wasn't a good spot. Okay. Let's do one that's been on here for a while. This is Mirabilia Stone Roses. It is stitched on 28 count, stitched 2/2. And the fabric is, of course, hand dyed by me. And I started this one July 26th of 2023. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. And this is where you guys saw it last time. This is where I am now. We can lower that down some. So I was working, I think, completing the rest of the colors that were in here, if I remember right. Somewhere like that. And I got pretty far. But we still haven't got it finished yet, because there's a lot more to finish there than I thought there was. So it's going to take me a little longer to finish than I thought. I could get it all done in one session, and that wasn't happening. And that one got 1,762 stitches this month. And that is that one. I'm sorry, Cam. I'm going to start boxing you in. And this one you guys have seen a lot recently. This is Mirabilia, the Rose of Sharon. And this is what it'll look like when it is finished. And this is where you guys saw it the last time. And this is where it is now. This one is stitched on 32 count. It was started July 30th of 2024. And I'm just getting that last little bit of her dress in. And I only got 1,508 stitches on her this month. But I had a really hard time getting going on her. Really hard time. And I just had to put her up. Which is silly because she's almost freaking finished. But I had to put her up. It wasn't really her, it was just the switching of colors and not having good, like, solid block stitching was driving me insane. But there's all kinds of ruffles in that part of the dress, so it's gonna be that way. You okay, Cam? Alright, next one. This one was giving me a headache this month. This is Mirabilia, the Duchess of Rose, and however, I am doing my own personal conversion on it. These are all my notes. Whenever I finish it, I'll post it everywhere and everybody can get the stuff that I'm using for it. And I had to rip out all of the dress on this side and all of the dress on this side that I had done, because once I got it all done and I looked at it, I didn't like the way it was turning out, so I had to rip it all back out and redo it, and I like it much better now. I had to add a color because there's sort of like this flowery sash sort of looking thing that goes across her dress, and it was just blending in too much, so I got another shade of blue to stick in there to make it stand out a little better off her dress. And there were, how many stitches did I get in this bugger? 3,205 stitches. And I started this May 6th of 2024, and it's just stitched on 28 count white fabric. And this is the bottom of it. So I don't have much more to go, and there's so much extra fabric. But I'll cut it up to probably about 2.5 inches, and then I'll use this for something else eventually. But that is that one. And I think I said, like, here's, I don't even know, I just jumped into about ripping stitches out. But this is somebody else's conversion that they did, but it's not as the same as mine, as you can see. So it's not exactly accurate, but it's like similar to what mine will look like, because it's all done up in the blues. And then the picture the last time you guys saw it, because apparently I forgot to do that one too. I'm creating one heck of a mess over here. All right, we can do another new start. All right, I don't know how many stitches I put in this because I don't ever count my back stitching. And this is a complete black work piece. I'm going to move this needle miner out of the way. And I can't remember everything about it, but this is 14 count. Yes. 14 count. I need to write that down in here. Now the pen doesn't want to work. Okay. So this is rainbow black work, and this is what it'll look like when it's finished. And this is where I got to. And I started it January 10th of this year. So I'm already like, I think this is somewhere in here is like the halfway point, I think. So in no time I'm going to have it finished. So, but I couldn't tell you how many stitches I got on it or not, because I don't really count stitches. Let me pull it closer here so you guys can maybe see it a little better. But the light shining in there is making the yellow not look so great. But that was another new start this month. And then there's this one. This is Mirabilia, Maidens of the Season. This would be 2. And this is what it'll look like when it is finished. And this is where it was the last time you guys saw it. And this is where I got to now. This one I started December 10th of 2024. It is stitched on 32 count. And this month I only got 726 stitches. And it's just because I don't know how to describe it. It's not that I don't want to work on my fancy ladies. And it's not that I've lost my stitchy bugs, because there's been other things that I've stitched like crazy number of stitches on. It's just not as mindless stitching, I guess. It also doesn't help that I've had neck pain. But that is where I got with that one. And I don't think with the black water siren style, I don't think I told you guys that I got 9,119 stitches on that bugger. And I'm completely caught up with that sow. And I believe on Valentine's Day is when the next part of that drops. And I can't wait to see what the next siren is. Okay, two more new starts. And then we will be done. This is Mirabilia Cinderella. It is stitched on 32 count, because I don't have that wrote down either. 32, and this is 28. I gotta keep my head on, or I'm gonna go nuts. But cross stitch the globe is having a sow, and it is let me turn the page here. Allison's Princess Birthday Sow, and we know me. I don't need an excuse to start another one, but you know, I will if I can. So this one I started January 1st. So it was kind of like my New Year, New Start, but it was also for Allison's Princess Birthday Sow. And this is what she will look like when she's finished. And this is where I got to. And I got 1,786 stitches in her. And of course she's stitched on 32 count, and it's hand dyed by me. And I was thinking about doing the bluer conversion of this, but then I just decided I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna do the regular stitching in her. That is where I got that. And then, like I said, she'll be stitched 2 over 2, except for the skin will be done 1 over 1, because that's how I do all my fancy ladies. I just prefer the skin being 1 over 1. All right, last and final new start. So my sister Christy came over to my house, and I think I was working on Winter White Santa, and she loved it and she wanted it, but I refused to give that one up because I love that Santa by Mirabilia, and it's not an easy, it's not like real expensive to get up, but that one is mine. The whole point of me stitching that one was that it was going to be mine. So I refused to give that one up. But I sent her a couple different Lavender and Lace Santas, and she didn't know which one she liked. So then I had to get a hold of my sister Charlie, and I talked to her and sent her pictures of it. And I was like, Kirsty can't make up her mind. Which one do you think? So she picked out, I guess this is my only purchase this month, because I bought 3 things. So here it is. It is by Lavender Lace. This is the Spirit of Christmas. And I'm stitching this one for my sister. So I started this one this month. I started it January 27th. And it's stitched on 28 count. And it is stitched 2 over 2, except for the skin is done 1 over 1. And Santa got 2,929 stitches. But that is Santa. There is that one. One last one. And this is my finish. So once I show you guys, I can throw all this stuff out and stick a different project in that bag. This one is Stargazer by Mirabilia. It is stitched on 28 count. It was started May 20th of 2024, and I finished it January 18th of 2025. So didn't even take me a full year to stitch this one. And 28 count, hand dyed by me. I'm pretty sure when I did my This Is How I Dye My Fabric video, like showing you guys how to, like, I do it like tie-dye. This is one of the ones that I dyed in that, if I remember right. I put 1,940 stitches in this bugger this month. And this is where you guys saw her last time. And here she is now. All finished, all beaded. I'll get you guys up closer so that we can really see all those pretty beads. If you hold it at an angle, usually you can see them. But she is completely done. And now I gotta iron her and get her framed. So that is that one finished. So one finished so far this year already. Not doing too bad. All right, so the next part of this, we're gonna go through my cross stitch haul. There are 3 things that I bought. The rest of this was all given to me. So, in the hunt for finding different Santas for my sister, she couldn't decide between this one, which is the Gift of Peace, or this one, the Spirit of Christmas. She couldn't figure out which one she wanted. So I bought both patterns, and it just so happened that whenever I bought one of these patterns, this pattern was all, which is Lady of the Thread, was also in with it, and I love it, and I'm going to stitch it, and at some point in time in my life, I'm going to have a craft room, and this bugger is going to hang in my craft room. I don't know if I will stitch her on, like this looks like might be stitched on black, but I'm not going to stitch her on black fabric. I will probably stitch her on a much softer color for sure. But those are the 3 that I actually purchased. And I love Santa. And it's crazy because it still has like the original stickers on these. This one was $8, this one was $5.96, and this one was $6 years ago. And that's kind of crazy to see now because you're looking at, you know, probably about 20 bucks for one of those buggers now. Now, I think I told you guys that my husband's sister-in-law and his brother came up around Thanksgiving, and she saw my Queen of Freedom, and she loved it. And I said, oh, well, like, I'll just give that to you for Christmas. Right? So they just came back up, because they live in Jersey Shore, PA, and we live in central Pennsylvania. So they came up and brought me some presents for Christmas. And I think she got them at thrift stores, which I love it when people go to thrift stores and stuff and can save things from going into the trash. But she found a couple pretty cool things. Oh, I didn't realize that sticker was over top of this. But I don't know if I can get that off. Yes, I can. There we go. So this one is a cool little, I think it's made by Designs for the Needle, it looks like. And it's called Let It Snow. And it's a little wee tiny snowman ornament. It even has like the ornament thing in the back here. So we will see about that one. That will probably take me, honestly, like a day to stitch and I'd have them done. But it looks like fun. It's all there. And this one, it does not have the fabric in it. No big deal. But it is a Luca S kit. And it is Kitten in Flowers here. And it's got the thread and the pattern in it. It just doesn't have the fabric in it. No big deal. I mean, it tells me that it was stitched on 14 count. I might just go ahead and get some 28 count and stitch it on that. And this one is a Jan Lynn kit. What's the name on this one? I guess it's just called Tiger. She got me that one. And it looks like, you know, something ain't part of that, but just got all the fabric and the thread and everything else in her, so that's all that matters. And then she ended up finding 2 dimensions kits, And this one is Peaceful Lake House. So, and it's got everything in it. It's never even been cracked open. So, we got that one. And then this one is Glory of Autumn. And I love this one too. So she found those for me to do. And a sticker fell off, put that in the trash here. All right. So that is everything for cross stitch. But so if you just were here to see that kind of stuff, thank you for watching. I always appreciate it. And I will see you guys next month. And for those of you that stick around for the life update, we've got a lot of stuff going on this month. Grandma Joanne, amyloidosis. We finally got all the test results back. 110%. It's back. It's back. She's out of remission on that. So she went down to Pittsburgh this month to see her doctor down there for it that specializes with dealing with amyloidosis. And he's recommending a treatment that's a shot and 2 pills that also treats myeloma. And we are lucky enough because that trip is really hard on her to make the whole way down there and back. I mean, she'll be 80 years old soon. It's a 3-hour drive down and a 3-hour drive back, so it's not exactly easy on her. And she's a worrywart, and she's read a lot of the side effects and the things that they suggest you don't use this sort of treatment if you have these sort of things. And she has 3 out of the things that they say you shouldn't have, which is like high blood pressure, osteoporosis, and a few other things. But she isn't 100% sure if she's going to do the treatment or not. And I, just said to her, like, yeah, whatever you want to do, I'll support you 100%. And that being it is essentially chemotherapy and stuff to hopefully get this to halt in its tracks and maybe backtrack some. That she would need 3 shots for the first 3 weeks and then 1 week off, and then we go back down to her doctor in Pittsburgh, and they'll be doing testing every single week and all kinds of crazy stuff. And so, and I already told her, if because she always never wants to call me. She always feels bad. And, like, she's a bother, and it drives me insane. It's like, but I told her, like, if you aren't feeling good and you can't take care of Nip, or you can't take care of yourself, or you can't, keep the house, work up and stuff like that, call me. I will be here every single day if need be. And I will take care of everything, and you just let me love you. And she was like, but you have your own family. And I'm like, would you let me worry about my own family and just let me love you? Gosh. But that's sort of the next steps now. She's not 100% sure whether or not she is going to do it or whether or not she's not. The only thing that kind of freaked her out and me out is they wanted to get hospice up there. And I thought, well, that's end of life care? Is it? I'm just wondering if it's worse than she's telling me, or the doctors are telling her, or I don't know. There's too much to even think about, really. But it's kind of like threw us all. Like, we know it's bad, but we didn't think it was that bad. And it's not like she's been taking care of herself. I mean, yes, I go up there every single week, and I, if she needs, if she was too tired that week, I'll vacuum for her, and, like, of course we help her do a lot of things, but, like, on a day-to-day basis, she's able to, most of the time I don't have to go up there and clean anything. She was able to do it all by herself, or, like, she takes care of herself. She's able to go, not so much grocery shopping by herself anymore. That's a little scary. But she pretty much does everything by herself. Like, we're not there, once a week doing minimal things, or like a large amount of stuff. Like, we're up there once a week doing very minimum things that, she is just literally incapable of doing now. And it's just because of her stroke and her neuropathy in her legs that she loses her balance. So she can't, like, carry her, like, Christmas decorations and stuff from you know, down from the attic or up from the basement or anything like that, or, you know, put it all back down there, or, you know, it's just simple things that, you know, if she would try and do it. I mean, honestly, she would try and do it, but it's more so me putting my foot down, and it's like, no, you can't, you know, climb a ladder to clean your ceilings. You're not doing that. You're going to fall, because she does have osteoporosis, and it's like, you know, a small fall could be, you know, breaking your hip or something now. But it was just kind of a shock to us. I have had neck pain out the butt this month. I don't know what the heck's going on, but it's the entire, like, it radiates from the base of my skull the whole way down my neck and then shoots out here to my shoulder. And I went to the doctor for it. They don't know. They've given me the same old, rest it and do this and do that, but I'm not, it's not that bad now, but it's not really getting any, it's not getting any worse, but it's not really getting any better. Abby went to her knee doctor and has confirmed she will be getting surgery in March for her knee. So she will be getting that done. Damon went to, well, more about Abby's knee surgery. So, I guess I'm on my bed. So, they think the tendon that comes down from your thigh that hooks onto your kneecap here for her, because it's been done twice and it's still trying to pull over even with that brace on. They said enough's enough. It's not healing right. Physical therapy has said there's nothing left they can do. So what they're going to do is take that tendon and essentially tighten it and fold it over on itself and re-stitch it together and have it re-heal all together. So that way it does that. And then there's a couple other things they want to, like, clean out and things like that to make that knee feel better for her. Damon went to his ear doctor. We go back down in 6 months to see him again. The only thing that he noticed is that the piece of skull that he has left that separates your brain from your ear canal, and then the mastoid bone, there is a very, very small crack there. They had to clean that out, and they're hoping that it'll close. But they don't know. So we will see that again. Cam, come here. Cam. Hey, come here. Come here, you little stinky butt. Cam is looking a little rough, and that's because someone got an ear infection. So we have to, like, her whole ear on that side looks so bad right now. But there's no point in, like, bathing her and giving her a bath or anything, because it could make the ear infection worse. But also because twice a day we have to put this gunk in her ear to get it to go away, huh? Yes. And it just goes all throughout her hair, and she looks absolutely horrible. Huh? You're my baby. Huh? Yes. But that's Cam. Why do you look so mean on you're just smiling, but you look so mean. But we are letting their hair grow out. And if you look and see, like, she's gotten very furry. Huh? Yes. But I think that's everything this month. I don't think I have anything else to tell you guys. Yes. Oh, I got sick. Lydia came home from school, and I think it ended up being the neurovirus. I think that's how you say it. And then I quarantined her in the house, and I was the only one allowed to go in and out of her room and stuff like that. And then it was probably like 4 days later, I ended up getting sick. And then 4 days later, my husband ended up getting sick. So that was a lot of fun. But I don't think there's anything else. I mean, I keep thinking, but nope, I don't think of anything else. I wish you guys could see her right now. She's got, well, I guess you can see her she's got her little foot here, and she's like laid down over. She's just in a really weird position. But that is everything for this month. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next month. Bye.